Oh, yeah. Dirk used to listen to that back in the gap. Nigga Archie. Yeah.
It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals.
That's your homeboy, Turk.
Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the.
Why they not letting me tackle? That shit is crazy.
That time. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down.
I nigga AC stream name was fucking Ball Hawk on. That shit had me crying.
That means the offensive line did their job and did it really well.
I seen that nigga running around with that shit and that shit was not working. I was fucking dying.
Offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And
Yeah,
second and
that's
2.
what you want to do.
I know the toss play begins
Want to run tosses.
with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On second down, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup.
Oh, y'all niggas is running storm. I'm sad.
Third and 1. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was watching a little film, and you popped I said these receivers are pretty good from what
that's
I
what we
control.
doing.
You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Long ass time ago, but yeah.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Just a 1-yard gain on the play. Call to the punt team. As it's
Good job, yo.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
One things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling.
I can't even control my. That shit is whack. When a nigga punts it inside of the 10, I can't even control. I can't control my players to go back and get the fucking football. Niggas be like 30 yards away because he kick it like fast.
Tough spot here for the offense to start. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just
That
saw
shit
there.
was
It
extra
doesn't allow
gay. That's
any
what
of the
that was.
offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to.
Nick, get the yo. Look at this shit. All right.
They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
That was crazy.
To avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
Tipped and flew back 15 more yards.
Comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
As far as I'm
That shit
concerned,
was.
Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an
I think that should have never happened to me.
Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose number one task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get
That shit is crazy.
Just outside the 10, stopped at
Get a
the
nigga all types of fucking first downs.
shift together here from the D-line. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
It winds up for what? Crazy.
To drop him, and his great season continues.
You already know.
13 sacks for him now on the year. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Did a whole wind up.
Deep drop. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a
But
little
it's
bit
night
on
and
that
day.
play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
That's bullshit.
Bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it
I'm
up.
giving them the read so I can take the football away, but the button don't work.
Second and 10, Luck again. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that
Got the
logic and
screens
making
and
a
all.
really nice tackle?
Throwing on third down, Luck. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30.
Crazy.
And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And his throw here is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They give to Johnson going right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
From the gun on third down, Luck. And able to find John Brown. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on second down is Luck. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone.
Just look at this nigga's stats for the 2 years I had him before this.
No doubt about it.
You'd be like, yo, that nigga garbage.
This is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They have things going their way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Patrick Peterson is almost an anomaly at cornerback. A big, thick, physical guy who can run with any receiver in the league.
Let's go. 3-19. This is Coleman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I can't help it. I'm just
Almost expecting this shit.
Right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen.
Oh, it's not.
If you're going to beat us, you better
Miracle.
pick another way.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something.
Yeah, that's what he did.
The ball on offense had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator. What do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
That one was intended for John.
I remember I used to run that.
And now it's second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
That's crazy.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Scroll.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely.
First game, we was getting crazy pressure. This game, not so much at all.
On defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
I didn't know that.
Now Now Love. Screenplay. Johnson.
Get the fuck out of here, yo. That shit is unfucking real, yo.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Cards are going to have a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Luck on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
Play had no business happening in the first place. I jumped that shit. It was crazy. I got blocked. Everything with the shit.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness.
I don't care if you Patrick Peterson, nigga.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. They'll look to throw now on first down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's brought down. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back.
Make this shit up.
He lost 4 there, and it's third
Can't make it
down.
up.
Really good defensive effort.
Think it wouldn't throw it.
Swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that
Preferred the first game.
And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A shotgun snap for Love. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Here's Luck now on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up.
They were bomb on the corner.
Now for a really good strike. There's a completion to the tight end, and
on a corner on board Nelson.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
To the air again, Luck. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackler.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Luck throwing again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now a hit and Luck.
Look at this.
It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there.
You know he did.
How about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Eric, why are you yelling like a fool?
They stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's not going
It's been like that though, Turk.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3.
So why are you surprised?
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a third.
You know why Kuma broke him? They had to scale something. Nigga might have been the first nigga to get power creep.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Second and goal now from the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that is
Come on, man.
complete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Cards will call on Chandler Catanzaro to try and put up 3. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Back to throw now on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he slides to... Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught, but he will
I can't make this shit up. Lord Jesus.
Incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Coleman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Look at this shit. Didn't even do that.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Holy shit.
That go is a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
That's unreal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding time. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful.
That shit was crazy.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they
What a
dial up
blitz.
the deep shot. But
They
they
canceled the play action. He shovel passed it to my running back.
I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over
Oh,
the
7 yards.
sidelines. Well incomplete.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Are you really, Turk?
Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
But are you really, Turk?
More clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On second down, here's Locke. And Nelson's got it here right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on third down. Luck. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon.
Nigga is stupid.
Defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here's Luck now on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On on third down, Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
John Brown ruptured a disc.
Situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They'll try the air now with Locke.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see
All right, plus
guys who
bot.
don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They slot Gronkowski outright. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Can't find anyone open. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Catanzaro's kick is right through.
Whoa.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at
In this particular
13-3.
game, this rematch,
So put another 3 on
I mean, don't get me
the board,
wrong, I
and
think we
all
picked them
things
on twice, but
considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third
like the
quarter.
fumble in
I think as a head coach,
with 3 people around, and his face is in the dirt, so he has no clue where the football is. You got stuff like that.
You can't have too many more drives like the last drive.
And throwing to the TE, and the shit flies back 20 yards.
the punter doesn't exist.
That's brand new for me.
He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guys, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This is what I used last time.
They'll look to throw.
Look at this nigga, man.
Is incomplete.
Complete night and day from how he played that first game.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now they're in the hurry up.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass.
Let's just say,
And if they would
guess they trying to pay me back from earlier. I don't know.
to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
It's Coleman here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneaking.
Nope.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They will run again with Coleman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13.
Find out Peterson is undisciplined. What happened?
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The hell was you doing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports.
Right.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
No Street Fighter.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass
Used to,
when you
yo,
run, and vice versa.
probably up until
And when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe
it was
you
like
mix it up
maybe
a little bit with
22.
play action and throw
I was
it
playing
out.
that shit heavy.
Maintain that balance. Time to find out.
Detroit, now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
He not in here on the play. That's crazy.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
He threw it
rifles one,
fucking
it's
late.
intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big
Threw it
turnover
late.
there as his guys will get the football back.
As soon as he ran out to bring it back, pause. And when he ran the angle, I threw it when he cut. Nigga threw it when he got back by the middle linebacker.
So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
That's me. Probably should have just been safe with it in hindsight.
Get a little confidence in him and let him fling another one.
Considering what the fuck I've dealt with this game.
They're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Play.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old
Well,
rules about playing that position.
Nah, they weren't doing it last game either. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. Figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On On second down, here's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
He's been trying to
So third and
kill
15
clock
and an extra
since the
defensive back in the game now.
third quarter started.
Passing lanes.
Here's Love. And he couldn't
I was about to say, yo.
handle the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already.
He would throw it like he's supposed to. We would be all right.
You got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll come out in the pistol.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Coleman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for sack number 9 now.
I know. That's exactly where I was going.
He came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
With us,
great job
because this is like quarter number 7, might be just about out of, you know what I'm saying?
Give him 15, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Now
Wow. Oh, not us. I swear to God, I'm sick of seeing this fucking play.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
He ain't really dead, man.
Up there at 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy.
Hey, trying to end my nigga, yo.
But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
Now let me throw the fucking football.
Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this one is right down the middle. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here.
Kind of mad at myself right now. Even though the nigga threw the shit late, I probably should be up 3.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move
It's
the ball
dumb.
at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the
Man,
field.
that was fucking dumb.
Something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So we got 3 of 1 10.
Oh my god.
Timeout defensively by the
I can't get no animation.
it's
Nothing.
Just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Watch 81, watch 81. Single receiver. Hey, you're on the island over there. 319.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Flushed out right, and finding the tight end Hooper. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that leads to an Atlanta first down. So here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one.
Nigga iced the shit out of me, yo.
56 yards out. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Now let's go. 319. 319. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play.
That's the
football.
perfect time for him to call
If someone's
that.
trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your
I already
defense.
know.
He's since being hurried.
The sad
He got
part.
rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings
Wow.
up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for a very important punt here in overtime.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop.
It's been like that all game. Can't do nothing about it. So
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
that shit.
Part one is done, now part two. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Luck with his first throw of OT. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were
Crazy.
inbounds, and they were.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
That's mine.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it, has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make
Under pressure, and down he goes. goes. Luck is sacked. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now come the Falcons. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily?
Wow, come on, dog.
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Moss.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys.
I already know.
You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Surveying the field. His throw incomplete.
And that one was knocked away.
Pencil beans would be real nice. I ain't even gonna lie.
They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback.
I thought about it, changed my mind.
He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height,
I don't know.
Firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is. And
yeah, pretty much.
Quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything. And sometimes that saves time.
This is out here dying for this shit, yeah.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They come out here in the I. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to.
That shit is crazy.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Atlanta, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to
I always
10-1
told myself
now
if
on
somebody
the year.
ice me, I'ma
And
ice
they'll be
myself.
on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in.